everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Unapologetic Sports. It's your favorite Uncle Lee Ice, and I got my partner, my brother, Flying Brian. What is going on, man?
What's up, Lee Ice? Yeah, so
It's
today's the
time.
day. Yeah.
Today is the day, the much waited, anticipated, the show. There you go, show. Just say the show. Dougie Fresh had a song back in the day called The Show. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Old school there, buddy.
So we're
How
starting.
you
So we're
been?
start good. So we're starting a little early. So we'll wait. I mean, we're gonna obviously do the show, but we'll wait for a few people to get more people to get in. So we got somebody already waiting in the wings to give his opinion, and then we're gonna have different people pop in and out throughout the show. We're gonna be going till 8 o'clock today. That's the
Yeah,
plan. So if you're, Tuesday night flight will still be on the night, just going to be a little later today. They were gracious enough to give us a little more time. They expect this to. We've been trying to push this, hype this as a big deal. So we're going to give every opportunity for anybody who wants to come in and join. If you're watching live now, you can join in. Most likely, if you're watching, you're part of the. Make a comment, and I can give you the link you need if you want to join in and be live on the show and give your
yes.
debate. Yep.
If you wanted to come in live, show your face in the place, we will give you the link. Mama Sweeney checking in. So, hey man, let's just get right. You ready to get things started? Oh,
Uh, yeah, we got to do the
hold
traditional
on.
stuff. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still a
yeah,
show.
yeah. My bad, my bad. Let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show. And we definitely thanking everybody for tuning this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing whatever you're going through. Rough day at work, significant other getting on your nerves, your dog and your cat won't listen to you, your kids get, hey, right here, tonight, we will definitely entertain you. Maybe we should put the rated R up there. It might get a little heated tonight. But anyway, you ready to get things started?
Yep.
What you got? What you got? Oh, okay.
All right. So before we start, the first guy we'll bring on.
Bring it in,
Probably
bring it
won't,
in.
it probably won't get too heated, but he's got a
Okay.
specific guy that he wants to debate. But before we start, this is my goat. Okay. People looking at this, Celtics #7, but that's not. No. This is D Brown. D Brown. This is my jersey from when I was 8, 9. Still have it.
Wow.
Got
That's
the
a
little
real fan there, man.
got the little
You ain't gonna see
champions
too many
logo
D
on it.
Brown jerseys.
Yeah, what's that's a large 14 to 16, where I was 8 or 9 or whatever old I was. This is my goat, so I don't have a whole lot of opinions going into who's a goat or not. Like I said, I've said when we've talked about it before, I think it's Jordan, but I don't necessarily have a lot of concrete. This is like we're going to get into with everybody else. So,
Right,
uh,
right.
now you had teased on the, I guess it was in our group chat that you had made a list of you had top
Yeah,
5 for each position.
I did a top 5 at each position, and then I'll break it. We'll break it down from there. I'm pretty sure our guests and people who are going to tune in, they
Yeah.
got their opinions and that. But I had my top 5 centers and small forwards and
Oh,
shooting
well,
guard, power forwards,
Well,
point
go ahead and
guard.
let's use this to segue into the guest. Do your list of the forwards that has Larry Bird on it, and then we'll bring in our guest.
All right, my top 5 small forwards of all time. My favorite, as you see, I'm representing Dr. J. Julius Irving. Then I got Larry Bird. Then I know some of y'all gonna be like, what? LeBron James. He's third. Pretty people are like,
So you so
huh?
you so,
Huh?
so you so you have Dr. J above Larry as legit, or just because he's your favorite?
I think he's above Larry
Okay,
because
we need to
he
clarify that
didn't
before we bring in our
have
guest. Okay.
he didn't have the help, as much help as Larry Bird did. And when he did get the help for the couple of seasons with Moses Malone, he won a championship. But if people want to say Larry Bird, even though I hated him, I show him love. I show him respect because he was Larry Bird and he did his thing. So Dr. J or Larry Bird, one or two, don't matter with me. It's not LeBron, okay? It's not LeBron. And my last two, I have Elgin Baylor and Scottie Pippen. All right. My honorable mentions on here. A lot of people forget about this guy. I'm sure the big guy KG when he comes on.
Yeah, he'll be on later.
The Midnight Rider. Adrian Dantley, man. He doesn't get enough credit for how good he was in the human highlight film Dominique Wilkins. So those are my forwards. Top five, Dr. J Bird. You can switch in one or two, doesn't matter to me. I will give LeBron 3. Elgin Baylor and Scottie Pippen, because Scottie Pippen can do everything. And joining us on the show, Papa Sweeney himself. Harry, what's going on, man?
What's up, Lee Ice?
Not much. Nice seeing you.
I don't have to say anything. And he's got a gold medal.
And he's got a gold medal.
And remember, Irving.
I'll be right back. Go ahead, you guys.
Before Bird even got to the NBA. So he had
True.
And
Bird came in 79. Doc came in 76.
Right.
Bird and
championship against the Blazers.
Bird and Magic came in together. So
right. And when Bird got in, the 2 years before he got there, they won 61 games. The first year Bird got there, they won 61 games.
Yeah. It was the biggest. I think it's still the biggest turnaround in NBA history.
I thought it's been changed, but it might still be. But
yeah, the year before.
No Parrish, no DJ, no Ainge. And they
went
against Irving.
They went to the conference championship and lost to Irving. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Irving got him in 2, and I think Bird got him in. Irving got him in 80 and 82.
Right.
And Bird got him in 81. I still remember that game.
That was a 3-1.
We was up 3-1 and the crowd. Oh, then the very next year the same thing happened. We was up 3-1. And
you got him that year.
They just showed that game on NBA Classics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And y'all was the Boston crowd started chanting BLA at the end. But
I don't know.
Harry,
yes.
I'm glad you're wearing the Celtic green. Tell the audience, tell the world why you think Larry Bird is your GOAT.
Okay, in my opinion, just my opinion, to play basketball, you got to be good at shooting, passing, and rebounding. And I'm not sure there's a player today or before who could do all 3 of those better than Larry Bird at 6'9". Now I've seen Larry Bird live. Have you ever watched his highlight tape?
Oh yeah.
You remember the one they showed from the Capitol Center?
Oh yeah, when he
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm in the audience. I'm there. I'm watching that. I watched Manute Bol stand in front of him, arms up in the air. Bird shouted right over top of him.
And Manute was 7'6".
Yes, he was. I don't think Jordan, LeBron, Irvin, Magic Johnson, your boy Julius could shoot, rebound, and pass better than Larry Bird. And that's just my opinion. He doesn't have as many rings as some people, doesn't have as many MVPs as some people, but that's just me. The boy could pass better than a whole lot of people. And the people that they have over Larry Bird, I don't think could do those 3 things better than him.
Hey, Bird at 6'9", and some say 6'10". The combination, you shoot better, rebound, and pass. Bird was definitely the better shooter. So
and he played.
I get it. I get it. Well, but he also the reason why I picked Doc over him, because I seen Doc carry 3 Sixers team to the championship with no Parrish, no McHale, no DJ, no,
You had Mo Cheeks, you had Caldwell Jones, you had Bobby Jones, you had
hold on. Well, let's so
is that my man Terry?
So Terry's in. I got him muted for a second just because there was some background noise, but you can introduce him in a second. We got a few comments.
All right.
We're gonna just try to get the comments in as we can.
All right, y'all. Be patient. We will
Yeah.
get to you.
This is a lot. We're gonna do a 2-hour show, but there's be a lot of moving parts. So, all right, we got Jimmy J. He said this is when you going back to Dr. J. Bullcraft. Dr. J had a lot of help. Moses, Barkley, Andrew, Tony, who was almost unstoppable when he was hot. Also, hey Leroy, just real quick, just tell Harry who Jimmy J is because apparently he recognized who my dad was. So, did he was bold as you guys or?
Jimmy J.
Oh, that's my uncle. Never mind. Everybody's got weird names and nobody know how to keep it consistent.
Jimmy J. What you said was correct, but until Moses came, Doc didn't have nobody, and he led the Sixers to 3 championships. Okay,
Yeah, Andrew Tony,
I mean three finals. He didn't have a Hall of Fame center. Back then, you needed a Hall of Fame center.
So we have my cousin in Tennessee watching. Shout out to them. See, we got some more comments coming in. We got the boss, Mrs. Boss. It said, "Hey, the pops." All right, so we got my uncle's got a lot going on. Okay,
Let's introduce the first person checking in.
Yeah, so we got Larry averaged 10 rebounds. I worked on Manute Bowles' phone in Bowie, Maryland. Jimmy, this isn't a show about your working career. Come on now. He had a ton of help, and then the 83 76ers swept the Lakers. All right, so let's so we'll keep you on here, Dad. You can do a little more talk about Larry. Go ahead and introduce who Terry is, Leroy, and then we'll
My man, he finally made it on. My man Terry. What's up, brother? I'm glad to see you. I am so glad to see you.
What's going on? I'm glad to be here.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. Y'all don't understand how many times me and this dude go to battle. Y'all don't. The whole world gets to see it tonight, T.
All right, so if he's gonna be specific, so is he LeBron?
He about to.
Okay, so hold on. So before we get into because that might take up a lot of the more people that come on. Before we do LeBron, Jordan, I guess. Just any thoughts on Larry's take about Larry, and just give your quick thoughts on that.
Well, I will say I was kind of shocked with Larry Bird for him to average 10 rebounds and for him not really to not possess the athleticism but you rebound, it takes want, and it takes know-how. So Bird, I mean, gets a whole lot of credit for being an excellent rebounder. But now where I differ is that Bird, for me, it wasn't a defender that LeBron was. So were y'all talking about forwards or just all time?
Right now we're talking about forwards, and then you're gonna tell us who your go.
Yeah, so I would give LeBron the nod over Bird from a defensive standpoint, and then I just think LeBron's a better playmaker. But Bird is a beast, no doubt. I take nothing from Bird. I mean, hell of a player, but I mean, I just for him to average 10 rebounds, he was a beast. But you know who I have as the GOAT. LJ is the GOAT for me.
Tell the world why you think LJ is the GOAT.
For me, I mean, I don't want to take up too much time, but the man's number one all-time all-stars, number one all-NBA, number one first team all-NBA, number one in scoring, number one consecutive all-stars, number one consecutive all-NBA, NBA record 25 points per game for 2 decades straight. A lot of people keep saying that he's not a scorer, but he is a scorer because when you top 10, and rebounding, scoring, and assists, the man I think is like 50,000 points, 14,000 rebounds, 14. I mean, it is what it is. He's done what he's done, and I mean, he speaks for himself. I mean, along with the championships, the MVPs, Finals MVPs. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, I don't know what more you can do as a player. I mean, besides have a team go and win championships. I mean, I do think winning a championship is important, but at the same time, that's a team-oriented thing for me. You know.
So
So that's
I'm gonna ask you this, and I
mhm.
ask all LeBron fans this. So you don't think him leaving and hopping from team to team to team to team and getting whoever he wanted, if he like you, you stay. If he don't, he getting rid of you as a player. Same as a
Right.
coach. That doesn't.
Well, I think that story gets so when he left, he played his contract out. So Cleveland, rightfully or wrongfully, they were capped out. He left. Boston had already mobbed up, so he left to even the playing field. You had a team in Boston when they went. Their management were able to put together KG, and you got to remember the years before. The year before, Ray Allen was averaging 26, 4 and 4 when he came to Boston. Paul Pierce was already. We know who he is. And I think KG, if I'm not mistaken, came off. He was a 3-time rebounding champion like 3 years straight. So Boston mobbed it, and they had Rondo. And Cleveland was not going to. They weren't going to beat. They weren't going to beat Boston in the 7-game series. They weren't.
Why?
They didn't have the manpower. You make a beat them
They
a
had to
game, but
go. They had to
they
go.
had. I mean,
They
the
had to go,
same
right?
reason. Now, Lee. Now, this is the same reason that when people will say that Michael Jordan couldn't beat. Many had Michael Jordan as the GOAT, but Michael Jordan couldn't beat Kevin McHale, Bird, and Parrish. He was and many people could. I had him as the GOAT one time, but he couldn't beat all 3 of them. I mean, let's be
So,
realistic.
but they didn't. This is what They didn't get the Bird, and Bird didn't go nowhere. Magic didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm
When you
saying?
say now, when you
And
say Bird,
Jordan stayed where he took the lumps, took the beatings, literally took
well,
the beating.
now, there's a difference between staying and now he stayed, honored his contract, and he left. Now, and when you say Bird and Magic didn't leave, why would they leave? You're one of the 2 best teams.
Okay.
Why would you leave? Why would you
Okay,
leave
well,
Boston? You
cut it
got
down.
2 teams. You got 2 teams, Boston and LA back then. If I'm not mistaken, they have this 70 something championships you have. They represent almost 35, 36 finals appearances between them. I mean, why would you leave?
At least.
So, I mean, Cleveland, now that speaks for itself. I mean, that squad there, their whole town hadn't had a championship in 55 years.
They made a championship. He took it to
Yeah,
one finals.
yeah, he got one, but that team that they had before, I mean, when you start bringing in the Antoine Jamesons, we know Antoine Jameson as me being a Wizards fan. I mean, Antoine Jameson, Shaquille O'Neal, some of these guys. I mean, Cleveland had a team that was going to be playoff bound and competitive, but winning a championship, nah, it wasn't going to happen. They weren't going to beat. Once that Boston squad got put together, they weren't going to beat that Boston squad.
Well,
All right,
the Boston squad was put together through trades.
And,
Nobody
I
left
mean,
there going to Boston. They was
right.
put together
So,
through trades.
I put this to you before. So, my question has always been, as a player, how long do you give a team to get it right? You know, when you can control your own destiny. So,
Well, I mean, you
How,
could be like LeBron. You could
how
be
long
like
was he in
LeBron.
Cleveland? How long was the
You
first
could-
run in Cleveland?
he played 7 years, just like Barkley. Now, let's do. Barkley is one that's been critical of LeBron leaving, but this is what gets me with that. Barkley, although he didn't leave, you pushed for a trade in year 8. So you stayed
He
one
was-
more year than LeBron, and you left and you went to Phoenix.
The Sixers was trash. They were
But I'm saying,
trash.
okay. And so my thing is, but they were making the playoffs and getting bowed out in the first round. They were a playoff team.
But check this out, Tay. Check this out. See, you keep talking about Boston.
Mhm.
Cleveland last lost to Orlando. He couldn't even get past the White Howard. They
Granted,
lost to Orlando, and then
granted,
they didn't lose to Boston. They lost to
Granted,
Orlando.
no, I didn't say he left because of Orlando. I said once Boston mobbed up, he saw the future and saw what Boston had. I didn't say he left because of Orlando. Yeah, they did lose to Orlando. I'm not denying that.
All right, let's
Okay.
get a few
So
comments in so Terry can answer them because they're directed towards LeBron. So, and then we'll
Okay.
touch on Bert a little bit more
If
too.
anybody else in the building, let them in. Terry, stay
Yeah,
on
they're-
with us, all right?
Yeah, they're not
All
they're
right.
not they're not they're not in here. All right, so
Okay.
this is from the boss. This is our boss. So be nice. The 2011 finals will never let LeBron James be the GOAT. So go ahead and we know we're going to get to that finals. So go ahead and touch on that a little bit.
2011 finals, in my opinion, and Lee, well, Sean, me and my boy Sean, we always have debated that. That's when they made the final that year. I remember Dwayne Wade making the statement that I've been here before, so I know how to win. And yeah, I was disappointed because LeBron took a step back. Ironically, that summer, Wade came back and apologized and said, "We go as LeBron go." So LeBron, he kind of, after having an okay playoff series, he did defer to Wade. But I think it hurt them in that Dallas series when he did that. So when he did,
I
yeah,
don't think he
he
deferred. I just think he didn't show up. Hey Harry,
nah,
do you remember any finals that Larry Bird didn't show up?
No, he was in every one.
I don't remember any finals that Jordan didn't show up. I don't remember any finals that my guy didn't show up.
So are we only judged by what we do in the finals, or we
That's true.
judged by?
No,
Basketball.
yeah,
I'm just
So
saying.
now, because I hear a lot of people. Well, I've heard people actually call LeBron a loser for being 4-6 in the finals, and
That
to
wouldn't go that
quantify
far.
that, and
That
that,
is a losing.
so
That's not
okay,
a losing
that,
record.
no, I'm
But
saying
he's
so
not
that
a
makes
loser.
So what I'm saying, so when you have somebody, okay, Moses Malone, for instance, who is a 3-time league MVP and got one championship in 18 years, is he a loser? Kareem has 5 and 20. I mean, Kobe has 5 and 20. LeBron has 4 championships.
No.
I see
We're
people put.
judging your record. We're judging your record in the finals, not how many long you played.
So if you don't make the
Everybody
finals,
would be a loser.
But Lee, but I'm saying in order to quantify that, you have to make the finals in order for us to measure that, right?
What's the reason of going to the store? Go ahead.
So I mean, I'm not trying to switch gears here. Many people have Barry Sanders as the best running back that ever did it. He don't have one championship.
I don't know what just happened. Just keep talking. You're good.
You
did.
No, what I was saying, I said many people have Barry Sanders as the best running back that ever did it. But he never have. He doesn't have one championship.
You got to count on what 10 other people in football. You only got to count on 4 more people in that. And if you're the main person,
and it's still a team sport. I mean, it is still a team sport. At the end of the day, I have seen players. If you take Kobe's last championship, if you look at his numbers, he didn't play well. So my thing is, you can have a player play well and lose, and you can have a player play great. They could play badly and win, and you can have a player play great and lose. I mean, when they was missing Kyrie and Kevin Love, for instance, people don't put that. Yeah, he lost in those finals, but my thing is, look at his numbers. Those finals. I mean, he rose to the occasion. But what can you do?
Lose. That's what he did. He lost.
So you're saying if you lose, you lose. That's period. There's no excuses.
Because if he wins, this is the thing that most upsets me about y'all LeBron fans. When he wins, it's all LeBron. LeBron. When he loses, he didn't have help. Kyrie was hurt. Kevin Love was. It's always an excuse.
But Lee, the thing of it is what it is. Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have the Lakers beating Houston in this series that was.
I don't know why. Why didn't you?
I mean, because
they was playing without their best player, and they were the highest seeded team. That kills me. Y'all going in there and say, why weren't the Lakers favorite? I don't understand why they were favorite.
Now you and I both know when it comes right down to it, Vegas says it all. Who was favored going into the game? In each of those games, Houston was favored, and all of them.
That was some bullshit.
How could
they be favored?
You would have to ask
without Kevin Durant.
You would have to ask the bettors that. But I'm saying you're looking at them without Luka, the league leading scorer, and AR-15 coming into that game. I mean, if I had to bet seriously coming in, I was shocked when the Lakers went up 3-0. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not have the Lakers winning that series when Luka and AR-15 went down.
All right, hold on.
And then they have. I'm sorry. This is one more thing. They played a clip, and they played several commentators from ESPN all over, Stephen A. All of them. No one gave the Lakers a chance. None of them.
Keep that thought.
All right, let's get to a few more comments, and then we'll introduce who we just brought in. Well, I mean, most people watching knows who we just brought in, but just in case there's one person that doesn't know who the big guy is. So we got so the boss is liking this. Yeah, that was the point. Hopefully we get some traction with this. And then where's the one I wanted? Okay, so Matty, no, that's not what I wanted. So Matty Ice, hey guys, sorry I couldn't be with you. Something came up. My personal goat is Magic. I just love watching him play. I know he might not crack the top 10. I think he's on most people's top 10s. I would think, but all time. But he's the only guy I would always want to see play. So real quick, let's just go around the room, and then we'll introduce KG after we do this. What are your thoughts on Magic, and where do you think he lands in the top 10? Go ahead, KG. Go ahead and start it.
Well, first of all, good afternoon, good evening, gentlemen.
What's up,
Magic Johnson is definitely top 10. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Magic is definitely top 10.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I can agree with that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got Magic fourth. Magic fourth. So yeah, Magic's definitely top 10.
And I tell you,
in his 12 seasons, in his 12 seasons, he was playing for the championship 9 times. Think about that.
And what shocked me one time when I looked at Magic, I didn't know he was a 2-time leagues, for what it's worth, a 2-time steals champion. I was like, what? I like Magic. I didn't. That right there on his resume was it. I was just shocked when I saw that.
Before he got sick, Magic was turning into a scorer too. Before he got sick, people don't realize that. He had won the MVP the year before. He was actually turning into a scorer. So yeah, so Matty Ice, Magic is definitely top 10, top 5 for real. I think. What's up, KG?
What's happening, Lee Ice? How you feeling?
I'm feeling you. I'm lit, baby. This show gonna be lit tonight.
Well, I just wanted to jump in before I go set up for my own show that's following you guys.
Right.
I wanted to throw my 2 cents in, and I wanted to go a little bit against the grain because, I mean, most people could come in and say, your GOAT is MJ. Right. I got no beef with that. But before you start talking LeBron being the GOAT, he got a lot of people that he got to pass. And I'm going to start with a name that most people won't bring up. LeBron is not past Hondo, John Havlicek.
Woo!
So we can start there. Of course, he's not past Larry Bird. I think Larry Bird is the greatest small forward of all time. Just like I think Tim Duncan and Karl Malone are top 2 power forwards of all time. So he got a lot of people to wade through before he gets in the GOAT conversation. But when we talking GOAT, I could throw Hondo out there. I could throw Bill Russell out there because Bill Russell won on every level. He won in college. He won in the Olympics. He won in the NBA. So I can throw Bill Russell out there. But the case that I can make for one person that I cannot dispute and I can never take him off this list, and he's the one of one, that is one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He never called himself the GOAT. He never said, I'm the greatest player to ever play. He never said,
he won't do it.
I does this. The most he's ever said is, don't ever talk shit to Black Jesus. That's the most he's ever said. But when your peers say that you are the greatest of all time, that is the greatest indictment of accomplishment that has ever been said. When your peers, the people that you played against, call you the greatest player of all time, that right there lets you know who the GOAT is.
So Harry's having technical difficulties, so I'll have to pick up on the Larry Bird. Sorry, so let's. I'm
Mama
muted Terry
Sweeney,
just for a
get him
sec.
straight, Mama Sweeney.
They've been trying to work on it, so I muted Terry just because he got a little background noise. But let me let him respond.
Here's I hear everything you're saying, Terry, but check this out. How many first round or quick exits, or how many times did LeBron James not make the damn playoffs? Jordan made the playoffs every year. My man made the playoffs every year. Made it out the second round every year. Okay? Only got eliminated in the first round his very last year when he was 37 years old. I don't remember Larry Bird getting eliminated quick. I don't remember Jordan at his peak getting eliminated quick. LeBron has too many holes in his career. You see what I'm saying? There's no. I think the best LeBron James we saw, to me, was Miami LeBron. Not his first year. The 3 years after that, and maybe his first 2 or 3 years with Cleveland.
So let me. I'm gonna address real quick. A lot of times I hear people say that you can't say it. Who said you can't say it? My thing is this. I
don't have a problem with him saying it.
My thing is this. I will see a lot of people spend time on that. If someone says they're the GOAT, okay, they said it. But that wouldn't change and then you would have some people say, well, because he said it, I rank him in. I'm like, why would you lower your ranking because somebody said it? I mean, to me, that's just that's a waste of time. Because
I don't have no problem with him saying it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
If you say it, stand on it. Stand on it. Keep saying it like Muhammad Ali said. But he backtracked. For the last couple of years, he been backtracking. He been backtracking. Ain't no GOAT and this and that. No, and rings are overrated. He's too wishy-washy.
Now, Lee, you see him all the time. I mean, any player up there, a lot of these players that we are talking about, I think they're in the back room. Even Michael Jordan himself, when Bill Walton told the story when him and Wilt sat back then, you got two players with two egos that sat right back there when they were going out for the 50-man ceremony, and they sat there and argued. They both had to be pulled out the locker room because they both were arguing about who was the best. I mean, and I had no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? They're two alpha males who think they're the best. But now in terms of you saying that he's lost too many times, again, you got to quantify that because he's been playing longer. And you say that Jordan hasn't. I mean, Jordan. I mean, they were going to the playoffs with losing records. What are you talking about? I mean, you went to. What you mean that it's still going? You had a losing record.
Anything can happen in playoffs.
So that context doesn't matter to you. So if a team has a winning record and don't make the playoffs, as opposed to a team, I mean, to me, in my opinion, I mean, I know the system is what it is, but the league needs to fix that. I don't think you should be that far under 500 and be allowed to make the playoffs. LeBron has never made the playoffs with a losing record, ever.
I mean, I don't mind that argument to counter that. Hey, KG, I know you're okay. Do me you're on mute. Do me a favor because my dad was having technical difficulties. Repeat what you said about Havlicek and where you have Bird.
I got Havlicek. Havlicek is one of my ones because Hondo was 8-0 in the finals, greatest sixth man of all time. Anybody that says Jamal Crawford is the greatest sixth man, I know you don't know ball or you're just young. because Hondo is the greatest six man of all time, no matter what.
Hell's one of the best men too.
Huh?
Yeah,
He's got
Kevin
one of the
McHale.
best big men too.
Kevin
Oh
McHale.
man,
McHale.
Hondo was that guy.
Oh, I know.
And
I
then
was
Larry Bird is the greatest small forward of all time in my book.
absolutely.
Where you put my man at? Where you put Doc at?
Well,
I
Doctor,
actually got him at 2. I used to have him at 3, but I got him
Small
at 2.
forward.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I got him at
And
number
I
2.
said you could flip. I could say you could flip flop Bird and Doc. You know, and
All right,
then
we
I
got-
got LeBron. I got LeBron third. And people think that's hating on LeBron, but
I ain't
come
got him
on,
third.
Terry. We've seen Dr. J take teams to the finals by himself.
I
He
got
had
LeBron
to
did
go,
it once.
and who was always waiting on him? He had
Lee,
Bill
Lee,
Walsh. Huh?
Lee, you talking to a man that got, I had all Doc paraphernalia coming up, but come on, man. Doc is not over LeBron, man. There's no way. He's just not.
Who's
I
had
mean,
more help? Who's had more help? Who's had more help?
What you mean? Who has more help, man? That team that Dr. J had, Andrew Toney was a finalist for the MVP. That team that had Barkley, that team that had Andrew Toney, that team that had Moses Malone, huh? Bobby Jones.
That's what I'm saying. This is
yeah,
what I'm saying.
That team.
What I'm saying is until he got Moses, he was taking the Sixers to the finals. With what? He had Caldwell Jones as his center. Caldwell Jones, all due respect, but are we Caldwell Jones against Robert Parrish and Kareem?
Daryl
Come
Dawkins.
on, y'all.
Go ahead, Daryl Dawkins and Caldwell Jones. Yeah, both of them.
Okay, together Kareem averaged more than both of them put together. Kareem and Parrish did.
Right. So when he found when management, luckily for the Sixers' sake, management ended up getting them help, and we know what Moses used to always lose to the Lakers back when he was with Houston. But we all know what Moses said when he got the Sixers. They asked him what he liked in his coffee, and he said Kareem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he put when he got this, like, okay, now all things are even, and guess what? We're gonna do our thing now. But at the same time, I'm like, man,
you're proving my point. You are proving my point. All things were even. Doc got even with Bird. Doc got even with Magic. Because now I got a center. And look what I can do when I have a center. And Moses got even with Kareem because he had another superstar. And look what happened. To me, that Sixers team, one of the greatest teams ever. They were, they averaged 20 points.
Yeah, the 83 Sixers definitely probably was a top 5 team. Yeah.
Would they lose one game in the playoffs?
One game.
Yeah, when he said 4-4-4. Yeah, I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So who your top 5 small forwards, Terry?
My top, you
got LeBron number 1, obviously.
I got LeBron number 1, KD 2.
Oh God.
I got I got KD 2. I got Bird 3. I got let me see, Bird 3. Oh man, you just
Kevin Durant. How in the hell do you have Kevin Durant over Dr. J and Larry Bird?
Man, I'm looking at their skill set, man. KD is arguably the best scorer of all time. Pure scorer of all time. The man. The man is a 6'11".
So you're not looking at career. You're just looking at skill set.
I'm looking at the skill set. Don't get me wrong. I did think that was kind of. I didn't like him having Golden State by 3-1, and then when Golden State came back and Draymond was all in his face teasing him, and then you turned around right after the season and joined him. No, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I don't see.
Larry Bird would have told him to go eat shit.
Dunked
on him.
Now I argued with somebody one time who was telling me that that him and LeBron did the same thing. I said they didn't. No, they didn't. LeBron did not go join Boston or or even Orlando, like you said. You had Draymond up in his face, like, teasing him. And then ironically, Draymond was probably the main reason that you left when Draymond called him the B word. Like saying we didn't need you. You weren't.
According to you, he did do what the same thing. His contract was up and he left. He knew he
No,
couldn't be.
no. Now you left. If LeBron, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if LeBron had played Boston, the Boston Celtics, and KD and Paul Pierce were teasing him, and then you turned around and would have joined Boston, I wouldn't have no respect for that. But he went to Miami, which is a whole different scenario. That's not the same thing.
It's the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's with a guy who's already won a title. Well, hold on. Hey, Leroy, since Ben came into the studio, then he had to leave and morph into the Midnight Rider and come back in. Go ahead and give him his introduction.
It's the Midnight Rider. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Good.
We gotta exchange information with Terry. I like some of his arguments, man. Plus, he making you yell, so I appreciate that. I like when people.
I've been trying to get him on. I've been trying to get this guy on for 2 years, man.
Terry, I keep muting you only because you got there's some kind of background noise. So whenever you want to talk, I'll make sure I mute you. But I don't want you to think I'm messing with you. But there's some kind of background noise for you. But
I don't know what it is.
It's all right.
There's a lot going on. I told you. I sent the link to Sean too, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sean, he always chill when he get off work, man. Sean just he not but he might be watching though. He might be watching.
So Midnight Rider, we've been talking basically small forwards. Terry, he got LeBron in the GOAT. The big guy KG came on and said Jordan.
Before Midnight go, hold on, wait, sorry.
He said
before
Bird.
Midnight goes, let me just do some comments real quick.
Okay.
Bird.
So we got Matty Ice. So interesting how many different players can make an argument when in hockey it's just two, Gordy and Gretzky. Yeah, I mean if you want to do that on a Monday we can hype that up for weeks and we can just have a 2-man conversation about who the GOAT is in the NHL. And then he also said you guys are giving me barbershop from Coming to America vibes. That's good. And then my cousin said older players had a different mindset of play than the newer players. I mean, that's true.
That's true.
And then again, sorry, real quick before, because I'm going to be a little selfish for a second, because we got the guy on here that's all LeBron. Well, hold on. AI likes the 76 colors. So I've said this on the show before, but this is again, either way, it just for me personally, if LeBron is considered the GOAT, which you're making arguments that he is, he would be the only GOAT, because we're talking about the final thing. He would be the only GOAT, I believe, that most people consider the GOAT, say Babe Ruth, or I know people maybe think Ohtani might surpass that, or Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky. None of those GOATs have a negative record in the championship game.
No,
so,
don't say don't say negative. Say lose.
Whatever.
Because that's what it is.
So here's my thing. If we're using
on that.
Okay, so my thing is if we're using championships as the only barometer.
I'm not using the only one. I'm just saying he would be the only GOAT that would have a losing record in the finals.
But that's most people. What I'm saying, that's most people first go to. They say he's 4 or 6 in the finals. And for me, I'm saying the finals, to me, I use their whole career. Yes, finals are part of the equation, but it's not my first go-to. So my thing is when you add up everything he's done, and Lee will always sometimes, or me and him have had our side debates online, will say, well, was a player amongst the best? And we'll have another, he know what I'm talking about. We'll have another discussion on that another day. But when you are number one at so many things, plus the championships, plus the finals MVPs, plus MVP, plus making the finals. With LeBron, to me, is the only player I think people try to make making the finals a negative. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if making the finals and losing is a negative, then what about the great players that have made it? I mean, I don't look at Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, and Allen Iverson. I've never considered them losers or, had more negative impact on their game, or not game, but had a more negative evaluation of them because they got negative records in the finals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to rank them where I rank them at. You know what I'm saying? So, but, when I'm saying when you add up everything he's done, so when people use the finals things, to me, it's like you using that as your first go-to. And if we're using that, to me, that's kind of hypocritical, because if we go into the finals, and nobody's done it. Yeah. Nobody's done it better than Bill Russell.
Right.
I'm
not saying that's the only argument. I'm just saying that to me, that sticks out, that he would be considered the only GOAT to have a losing record in the actual championship game. That just sticks out to me. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that there's got to be something to that. And I'm not saying the finals are the only thing, but it should be weighted. So at least, it should be weighted, though. The championship should be weighted more than a defensive player of the year, should it not?
So in at least 3 of those finals, are you using okay, I hear people, for instance, will say that, of course, Jordan lost to Boston in the playoffs because they had Bird, they had McHale, they had and Parrish. So people will add that context and say that's why they lost in the first round. Okay. So are we using the same context with LeBron in the finals? I mean, I
would use it for the Cavaliers finals. I'm not going to use it for the Heat finals.
For the Heat finals?
I'm not using it for none of the finals.
So, you're not doing the season. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about the first Cavalier final.
Wait a minute, Mason. Hold on.
He carried the team. But the Heat finals, no, they put a team together to win championships, and they were going to win 4, and they were going to win 5, and all that nonsense, and they won 2. So no, I'm going to hold that against him.
No, Dr. J didn't get no break when he was going to the finals and losing. What they say, Doc can't win the big one. Doc can't win the big one. So why should LeBron get a break? Because whoever he playing in the finals.
So let me get this straight. So you're telling me right now that if Jordan lost Pippen and lost and Rodman in the playoffs, and Chicago lost in whatever step they got to, you're telling me you wouldn't say, well, Jordan didn't. I mean, people already do it when they say he didn't have enough against Boston. You're telling me that you would just say, hey, he lost. No excuses, is what you're saying.
Everybody knows Steph Curry, my favorite player. I don't see Steph Curry fans like LeBron fans saying, oh, Clay got hurt and KD got hurt. If that didn't happen, no, they lost. You don't hear Steph Curry fans crying about the 2019 finals like LeBron fans cry about the finals, 2015.
But now Steph Curry, obviously you didn't talk to me then, because I'm not going to sit up there and hold it and you lose 2 of your main parts and sit up there and expect you to do the same thing that you would normally do if your full roster's there. That's ridiculous.
What I'm saying is you don't hear the excuses like you hear the excuses for LeBron. Midnight Rider.
But it's the same excuses for Jordan then, right? When Jordan didn't win early on, is it an excuse?
They were saying Jordan. No, hold up. When Jordan didn't win, what was they saying? Oh, he's a ball hog. All he do is shoot.
Right, but I still no. I'm listening to what I'm saying. When they say that Boston was too good and Jordan was not making the finals and wasn't getting out the first round and was getting beat early on in the 80s. I mean, I hear a lot of MJ folk that will say that Mike didn't have enough. That's the argument that I hear. Those are excuses too, right? When he was with the
you're comparing Michael Jordan, who was in the league in his second year, versus LeBron, who had been in the league.
Hold on. When Chicago was getting beat in the 80s, people were saying that Chicago did not have enough and Jordan could not do it alone. I've seen that argument a lot online and on sports shows and everywhere. That's an excuse. But
Sure.
guess what, though? But guess what? I agree. I agree with that.
All right.
All
You
right,
know,
bro.
but sometimes it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
We can't make. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're good. So we're almost at an hour. We've hit I won't say the number, but we've hit a record number for our show personally. So let's for live viewers at one time. So I know Josh, and obviously Terry was staying on it, and we'll do more LeBron stuff. I know when Josh comes on, it'll probably get even more heated. So before that happens, let Midnight say what he wants to say, and I'll let Harry do a little more Bird before Josh gets on, because I'm assuming when Josh gets on, it's gonna be interesting. So, all right, go ahead,
Midnight
Midnight.
Rider.
Yeah.
No. Keep this going. Don't break the energy. Keep that
All right, go ahead.
conversation going.
Okay.
All right, go ahead,
Not
Dad.
like them.
Give us a little more. Give us a little more, Larry.
Terry has Kevin Durant above Larry Bird and Julius Irving
All right, so
on
go
his
ahead,
list.
Dad. Go ahead, talk about Larry
Listen,
over Durant.
I mean, look at that. Look at that up there, Terry. You putting Kevin Durant over that? You putting
You know
Kevin
what?
Durant over that?
Now, Lee, to remain consistent. You know what? You can make an argument that he's over Kevin Durant. You can make that argument. But see, I'm not like most folk that would sit. I mean, Bird definitely. When you look at career wise, and you're talking about MVPs, I mean, you can say that argument does hold true. Bird, I can't argue with that. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna sit up here and say, "Man, you crazy. You putting Bird up." Some people will sit. I mean,
Okay.
what you mean? Hold on? You talking like Kevin Durant was a bum? You saying what you mean? That could flip flop. You don't think that they both will give each other the business if they win against each other?
Kevin
They will.
Durant. See,
Go ahead, Dad.
if are we talking careers or are we talking skill set?
I mean,
It
we
gets
talking.
tricky
I
when you
mean,
get one-on-one.
I'm taking Larry Bird
okay,
every day of the week.
now, if you're talking about career, Bird is more accomplished than Kevin. Because he got more MVPs and more championships. Okay, yeah, and so the MVP when you win league MVP, yeah. So if you're going that route, Bird is over him.
Five finals. Okay.
5 final. Okay.
3 and 2.
But you mentioned that Durant was a better scorer than Larry Bird, and I'm not saying you're wrong. But Bird has been quoted as saying, "I could have led the league in scoring, could have led it, but I knew we wouldn't win as many games if I led the league in scoring. So I assisted, I rebounded, I played defense."
No, I'm saying, well, for me, I think Kevin Durant, in my opinion, is the best pure scorer that I've seen. Now, that doesn't make him the best player, but I'm just saying,
But you got him number 2 all time on small forwards, right?
right? I was going off who I would take, but now if we looking at accolades and that, so that's where I was, because you asked me, you caught me off guard with that one, but
Midnight Rider, where's Kevin Durant on the small forwards at all time?
You on the outside looking in, you got a ticket. Look at the window. I think his problem is the last half of his career just fell off. When he got the Achilles tear, he had the situation with the injuries with himself. Then Kyrie got hurt in Brooklyn, so he kind of messed up the back half of his thing. I also thought he damaged his career by going to Golden State. I thought he should have gone somewhere else to try to take advantage of that, because then it falls all on him. Like, it's easy for you to do this, and then you still have stuff on your back, and you got Clay on your back. So I thought he hurt himself with that move as well.
And the last 2 teams he went to had better records than he did after he joined them. Phoenix and Houston. Houston was a higher seed last year. Phoenix made the playoffs this year. They didn't. They didn't make the playoffs the last year he played. And when he joined them, they had just came from the finals. Then they went down.
All
He
right, let's
goes
get
from
into
Houston. Everybody, oh, Houston's the next team up. All they need is a final piece. He was supposed to be that final piece, right? They had a lower seed. What was they, 5th seed?
They were.
So
all right, let's
One of your
uh
touch players.
what's
all right,
going on?
all right, let's get into some comments. We got a lot of comments coming in.
All right, bring them
one
up.
actually,
Bring them up.
Yeah, one actually directed towards me. So going back to the championship thing, the argument Jim Kelly. So to be honest with you, everybody knows I'm the Bills guy. To me, you can't put Jim Kelly as one of the all-time great. If you do top 10, he's not in the top 10. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback like Warren Moon. But the fact that he never won one takes him out of the GOAT conversation to me. And that's why the Dan Marino thing, that's a conversation for another day. And also, though, for that, if Scott Norwood hits the kick, then Jim Kelly is in a top 10 conversation. So that's another weird thing to judge it. But yeah, you can't put him in the top 10. He didn't win. He lost 4 Super Bowls. So we got my uncle checking in. I'm pretty sure this is this KG? I think this is KG.
Yeah,
Is this
that's
KG?
KG.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So he said he had to leave. Just making sure. Jordan had to get past some great teams early on, the Bucks sisters, Celtics, later on the Pistons. We got Matt. Okay, so this is something that's funny because this is almost, and I'll unmute Terry so we can talk about this real quick. So the Jordan in DC is almost looked at as like it didn't exist. I mean, I know when we do this GOAT conversation, they don't even pretend like that happened. Although I don't know if it's necessarily fair. It was kind of a publicity stunt, but he did play. So
No. I mean, let me say, I agree. Before I agree with what he just said, but the reason I can't let that fly is because everyone says that Jordan plays to win, and you play to win the game. I hear people say he came back to teach other players to win the game, to put fans in the seats. I get that. But at the same time, I was told that when you take the court to win. So I got people even to this day. And back then I knew that I went to some of those games. I'm a Wizards fan. Jordan was a shell of his former self, but I just went to the game because it was Jordan. Okay, but listening to people talk now, it's like, oh no, LeBron's in year 23, and I know as soon. For the record, I don't have them beating Oklahoma. I'd be shocked if they did, but I'm just saying. The mere fact that this man is still doing what he's doing, people are saying, oh, and if he lose, it's on and pop. But I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, you don't have the same vitriol for MJ in year 14 and 15, but you have that, you don't have the same smoke. I'm not getting that.
I'm going to tell you why. Jordan. Did LeBron ever take 3 years off and come back at age 40?
Did he ever take 3 years off?
Did he take 3 years off and come? Michael Jordan took 3 damn years off and came back at age 39. Come on now. And people want to say
some can make the argument that I mean, that's wear and tear on my body where I'm still playing. You took time off although you may be rusty, it still could refresh. Your body is fresh. I mean, all of how you want to look at that, because that's another thing where people will always bring up. I think playing 82 games 9 times is phenomenal, but at the same time, we know when you play in practice, you might get hurt. Case in point, when he broke his foot, he was playing, he got hurt. So when you're gone, you can't get hurt. How you going to brag about having perfect attendance and you miss a year off your job, and you come back and say the year that you come back and say you played 82 games? My thing is, okay, when he did it. But my thing is, over the first 15 years of LeBron James' career, he averaged more games than Michael Jordan. And I hear this load management thing. That is untrue, especially during LeBron's first 15 years. He did not load manage.
So do
In
you want
fact,
to compare? Let's compare LeBron's 15 to Michael Jordan's 15. It's no comparison, is it?
no, in terms of talking about
Career.
attendance,
As
you talking
far
about,
as winning, accomplishment, championship.
okay, when
It's
you say
no.
winning
See, people
accomplishment,
want
okay,
to
put
talk
out the
about
line.
LeBron now.
What is
He has 8 years on Jordan that Jordan can't do nothing about. And y'all LeBron fans add that to it. It's like
what do you
me and
mean?
you.
I mean, so you knocking longevity like as if though, I mean, that man can't help.
No,
So
I'm
so so
saying
so
compare his 15 to Jordan. That's
no, I
all.
mean, I don't know. No, I don't choose to cherry pick LeBron's career because that's what you want to do. You can't
No.
do that.
Didn't
No,
they
I mean,
both play
exactly.
15 years?
Okay, they
Mike
play
played 15 years, right?
right,
Mike played
but right,
15. So what did
exactly.
LeBron do his first 15 years? I don't care what he did 8 years later. You
Okay,
can't compare that to Jordan because Jordan didn't
no, no,
play
no,
the year
no.
16, 17, 18, 19,
Okay,
20.
right, and like I've told you all the time, Lee, it's not a Jordan thing. It's a every NBA player that's ever played thing. That man, for him to sit there and go to 21 straight, he was amongst the best. A NBA record, when you set NBA records or set a record at what you do, you can't knock it. He was all-star 21 straight years. He was all NBA 21 straight seasons. I have more first team all NBAs than anybody that's played the game. I am the #1 scorer of all time. I got more playoff points than anybody all time. You keep saying because no, not only Jordan couldn't do it, no one can do it. No one has done it.
Kareem was playing in the finals when he was
Nah,
40. He was
yeah,
playing in the
yeah.
finals.
Kareem played in the finals, but Kareem played in the finals but Kareem was not all. Who has made all NBA in year 21? No one at that age and that time. I was amongst the best in year 21. You want to downplay that, but it's I mean, you always ask, was a person amongst the best? Being all NBA means you played every single. I mean, they judge you on what you did for the year, not an all-star game where somebody can just put you into an all-star game.
You mean
All
what they did
NBA,
last year with him?
huh?
Then they put LeBron in the last All-Star game?
Oh, they probably did, but was he all NBA?
No.
Wasn't he all
This
NBA?
year? This
I don't
year?
know.
Not this year. No, not this year. I'm talking about last year.
What? Third team? Was it? I don't know.
Oh, I mean, okay, what's the third? I mean, who? Lee, the man was all NBA
That's right.
21
That's
straight
right.
seasons.
That's right.
See,
I mean, he's playing.
you want to
But if
downplay
he's
you did.
I mean, it's okay. Yeah, he's doing. Let's celebrate him doing that. But that's if he to me, if you're not winning anything of significance, I mean,
Wait a minute.
wow.
Oh, that's another thing that you put up the other day too. So you mean that your numbers and what you do don't mean anything if you don't win a championship? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm saying don't put it. It doesn't go towards the GOAT stuff. No.
What?
So then,
Greatest of all time means winning.
So why are we
Somebody
on this
correct me
show
if I'm
debating?
wrong.
Oh, wait a minute.
Greatest of all time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Greatest of all time means winning championships, right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. So why are we on this show debating sports at all then? Do you know how many players do we know how the only player that fits the criteria of what you're saying is Bill Russell. Is Bill Russell. That's it.
All right.
He almost won a
Everybody, time out. All right, we got a new guy in. We still got plenty of time. Everybody that's watched our show knows who Josh is.
It's the HOJ.
I've been watching, man. This is something. This is something that you guys have put together. Let me give some shout out to my guy Terry, Mr. Terry. I don't agree with you on the GOAT conversation about LeBron. I'll get to that in a second, but I do want to give you some love, man. You feel me?
He's here doing it.
You said Kevin Durant was better than who? He was better than Larry Bird. Who?
No. No. When Lee asked me, now I did say if you're going by career, Bird has more accolades than. Okay, yeah, that's proof right there. So when he said who you would take, I said I would take Kevin Durant.
Okay.
So I didn't know. So for me, I mean, I have no argument if somebody put Bird over Kevin Durant.
No.
I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with that. The second name you said, Larry Bird. What was the second name you mentioned? Over. Oh, you would take.
I think.
You
I
said
think
Dr.
what
J,
did I
right?
say?
Dr. J, right? So you take KD over Dr. J, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I'm a Dr. J fan.
Hey, Mr. Terry.
I mean, I got yes, sir.
Mr. Terry, brother, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find you on Facebook. And I'm gonna send you an invitation on highly opinionated. You welcome anytime, brother. You hear me? You welcome anytime.
Yes, sir.
I love your expertise. You know what you're talking about, Mr. Henry. I see you with the Larry Bird, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Harry. I see you with the Larry Bird. You feel me? I respect Larry Bird. I think he one of the best players to ever play. I just want to come get my little knowledge on this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen. There's only 8 players that's in the greatest of all time conversation. I'm not trying to minimize this conversation, but
so this is the best. So hold on. He sent me at 5:55 while I was setting up to go. We were gonna go live at 6. He sent me this and asked for a graphic. This is the best I could come up with. Here's his top 8.
You are the number. You are the 1A, 1B graphic guy. I know. You know who I gotta have number 1 in my heart. I gotta have Ross number 1 in my heart.
If you would have told me yesterday, I could have got it together. But that's fine.
I know. I apologize. That's my fault.
Here's his top. Here's his 8.
So I got Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching this show for an hour and 7 minutes. I ain't hear nobody say Tim Duncan. Didn't hear that name at all, but that's okay. I digress. LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I ain't gonna lie, just because it's his show, I had to put that number 8 guy in there. Listen, all 8 of these players, to me, they changed the game. Listen, the greatest.
You put Steph Curry in there for him. Where's D Brown for me?
No, I'm sorry.
Brown.
D Brown was right under Curry. You didn't add D Brown to the list.
Cut it off.
Okay, cut him off.
Tell him, Josh.
But for me, I think these 8 players are the greatest 8 players, in my opinion, in basketball history. I can go through all 8 players. We know who they are. We know what they represent. But for me, the greatest of all time conversation in basketball, we might as well stop saying that. We might as well just ask this question: who's your favorite player? Because that's really what this turns into.
You know what?
If you like, because if you like Larry, like Mr. Harry, you like Larry Bird. So you on that mountain. You think there's no better player that you've seen other than Larry Bird. I respect that. Lee Ice, you think it's Michael Jordan. And a lot of people think it's Michael Jordan. I respect that. That's a great, Michael Jordan, in my opinion, if I had to pick, I put it like this. If I had to pick one person, one game on the line, I'm taking Michael Jordan. So I get that. Terry, you think LeBron is the GOAT. Now, listen, you said something about all NBA. Listen, I'm going to take these off for a minute because I get serious about all NBA because now all NBA, it's not just an accomplishment. And where you messed up at, in my opinion, when you mentioned LeBron being all NBA, the media votes for all NBA. They had to put in a rule a couple years ago that you had to play 65 games. So that's really not even the all NBA team. For example, last year, there's a certain player in San Antonio. I'm sure you guys know number 1 of your programs, number 1 of your heart. By the way, the brother had 13 blocks in the game 1.
Some of those were suspect too.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we'll talk about that later.
That's great. As of right now, he had 13 blocks in the game. So I'm just gonna go by what I saw, not off suspect. You feel me? The man had 13 blocks in the game. I was telling people last year, man, he's a top 5 player. No, he's not a top 5 player. This, that, and the third. Well, this year, people think he's the best player. Well, how? He's doing the same thing he's doing last year. No, the difference is he's playing in more games. So for me, I don't really respect all NBA now because they have a mandate that you have to play 65 games. Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham had to fight this year just to make all NBA. I just want to mention this. You mentioned all NBA with LeBron. I'm just going to ask y'all universal. Do y'all think Anthony Edwards is a top 15 player in the NBA? I do. He's not going to make all NBA this year. So I don't really validate all NBA. It's a lot of stuff that go into that. Now,
that's like a Pro Bowl thing for football. I mean, some people, it's still something, but
it's something, but it's not what it used to be back in the day. Now, Terry, you think LeBron is the best basketball player ever? I have no problem with that. In my opinion, I mentioned those 8, but to me, there are all 8 of those guys sit in the room. All 8 of those guys are in a room with themselves. You feel me? And then everybody else comes into the room after that. So I think if you think LeBron the GOAT, that's fine. Michael Jordan the GOAT, Kareem, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's the best power forward ever. Nobody ever mentions his name. They never
15,
mention his
15,
brother's name.
15. People forget about that with Tim Duncan.
Like, so my point is that
If Charles Barkley wins one ring, he's the greatest power forward ever.
no, he's not better than Tim Duncan.
Yes,
He's
he is.
not a better player than Tim Duncan, though.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's not a better player than Tim Duncan.
And Lee, guess what? Charles Barkley is my favorite power forward.
Yeah,
He wins one championship. He goes down as the greatest power forward ever.
No, that's like saying if James Harden win one championship, he's the 3rd or the 4th best shooting guard ever. No, it's levels to it. Tim Duncan is the best power forward ever. That's not. Listen, I had somebody tell me earlier this year that Giannis was a better power forward than Tim Duncan. I'm like, bro, what? What? Like, people sleep on Tim Duncan because the man wear corduroys and he wore open toe sandals. I don't give a fuck about what you wear. I care about what you play like. And I know as a Kobe Bryant fan, it was one team that kept me up at night. It wasn't the Pistons. It wasn't the Kings. It wasn't the Jailblazers. It was Greg Popovich. It was Tim Duncan.
He said the Jailblazers. I caught that.
Manu Ginobili,
Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard. Now what they got with Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Castle, like, come on, listen. I respect Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley not.
I think people forget too. And Tim Duncan, I gotta give him credit. He's the only player I think to make 15 All-Stars, 15 All-NBA, 15 All-Defensive.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll give it to Tim.
Tim. Hey, I gotta give him credit.
But Tim played with David Robinson, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard. All 4 Hall of Famers.
David Robinson too.
Who did Charles Barkley play with? What Hall of Famer did Charles Barkley play with?
He played Dr. J.
What Hall of Famer did Charles Barkley play with in their prime?
None. None. That's fine. That doesn't dilute Tim Duncan. That's not Tim Duncan's fault that he played. Bro, listen, I'm not doing this because in essence, somebody gonna say that Tim Duncan and Tracy McGrady were on the same team, and Tracy McGrady should have retired 10 years before that. I'm not doing that. Listen,
I said in their prime. Charles Barkley didn't play with no Hall of Famer in their prime, unlike Tim Duncan. I'm not taking nothing away from Tim Duncan. He is the greatest power forward of all time because of his accomplishment. But Charles Barkley wins one ring, he's the greatest power forward ever.
Yeah,
I told you from 88 to 94, Charles Barkley was the 2nd best player in the NBA, not named Jordan.
Okay.
He just had nothing.
And from 2001 until 2010, Tim Duncan was a top 5 player in the NBA. So he had a longer reign than Charles Barkley.
But here's the thing with all it, and with the GOAT debates to me, I might not necessarily agree with you, but these GOAT debates sometimes get worse than politics. People get facts and half facts without context. And when they don't stick to their criteria, that's what that gets underneath my craw. When people start giving their point for why they say what they say, but they don't make it across the board. You know, they'll come up with a criteria and don't stick. That's what gets me. And that's why these debates sometimes get crazy because they don't, people don't stick with what they say. I mean, for example, if championships are your thing, why are we talking about LeBron, Jordan, or Kobe, or any of them? You see what I'm saying? So my thing is just stick with your criteria. You know,
real quick. It also brings in viewers, so that's why we're gonna have these. We'll always have these discussions.
Yeah, I mean,
hey Josh, real quick, Josh, because we got one comment, and I'll do it for the other one. You didn't have Russell or Chamberlain on your 8. Why?
I probably could have had Wilt in there.
Wilt is definitely top 10. Will definitely is a top 10 player. I could have had him in there. I mean, I didn't want to make it 9. So I mean, if I was doing a 10, he would be in there. Now, as far as Bill Russell, listen, I respect Mr. Russell. I thank Mr. Russell for everything he did for civil rights. You feel me? I respect all that. But I'm talking about best basketball players.
Yeah, some of these guys will cook it. Some of these guys will whip his ass. Like, I don't mean no harm. Like Hakeem Olajuwon, he would dirt his ass. Shaq, he would kill him. Jokic, oh my lord. Like that footwork, that feet work he's seeing in the 50. Oh man, he be like, man, nah, let me go back to when I'm playing them plumbers. You feel me? Like, nah, I don't want no smoke with them. So I respect Bill Russell. I think he's a hell of a player. I respect everything he's done, but yeah, I don't think Bill Russell better than none of them players on that list. None of them.
You don't think Wilt in his prime with a guy that Kareem?
No. Wilt, no. I said Wilt was a mistake on mine. I take the Wilt thing. I got
But-
that.
I mean,
Wilt.
I'm taking Wilt over Tim Duncan. I'm taking Wilt over LeBron. I'm even taking Wilt over my man Steph. Wilt. Okay, here's my GOAT debate criteria. When you were in your prime and when you dominated, how you dominated? Were you dominant to where you was just winning and nobody else was winning? See, this separates Jordan over LeBron for me. Nobody ate when Jordan was on top. Nobody. Pat Ewing, Charles Barkley.
Whoa. Because you can use this argument in any era. Because nobody ate
Right.
when Bird and Magic was running things. Sidney Moncrief ain't get a title.
Yep.
Dominique
Dominique didn't get a title.
Dr. J only got one.
I mean, shoot, Hakeem Olajuwon didn't get a title until 93, 94.
Yeah,
Until when Jordan left, when Jordan retired. Right?
Yeah, but he didn't get it when Magic was there.
Okay, Magic and Bird. Okay, you're making my point. When Magic and Bird were on top, nobody else ate. During LeBron era, everybody eating.
So there again, you're using.
Hold on.
So there again, you're using championships.
I can't go through this discussion that y'all not acknowledge two things. One, Kobe Bryant should be in the top part of this argument. I don't care what nobody say. They can say he had Shaq, but he carried Shaq in the Indiana series. He carried Shaq in the Sacramento series. He carried Shaq early in a couple of them series. He was double teaming them, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. But you didn't say the same thing for Magic when he had Kareem. You didn't say the same thing for Bird when he had, what's it called now? We doing a whole lot of goalpost moving in these arguments like Terry was saying. So we got to figure something out. Like, what's going on?
Thank you. My bad. I'll cut you off. I just want to say this. And then you mentioned Kobe Bryant. Like, I have an affinity for Kobe Bryant. Like, Kobe Bryant is my favorite basketball player of all time. So I ranked Tim Duncan ahead of Kobe Bryant. So I feel like I'm honest about Kobe. I feel like Kobe Bryant. I feel like, in my opinion, if you put my list back up there, if you can.
I got you. Yep.
In my opinion.
Midnight made that, by the way. Thanks. Good job.
Thanks, Midnight. I appreciate you. Thanks. Let me say this. Respect to Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson, Kareem, and Steph. Take them out. I just want to talk about Michael, Kobe, and LeBron. In my opinion, Michael is the best player. LeBron has had the best career. But if you're talking about skill, Kobe Bryant more skilled than Michael Jordan and LeBron. Kobe Bryant's the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen.
That translates to the court, though.
Yeah, it definitely translates to the court.
Okay. So was Kobe more efficient than Mike or LeBron?
No. Efficient has nothing to do with skill. I'm talking about. Let me say this. I think Kobe, like you said, LeBron about points. And this is the problem. This is the only debate I have about LeBron fans. LeBron's a hell of a player. But if you the GOAT, you don't have to keep telling me the GOAT. Just show me. And I'm not saying it's him. But his minions on TV. I'll give you an example. The Lakers won a first-round series against the Rockets. The Rockets don't have Kevin Durant. They don't have that. In my opinion, they don't have that best player. If you think Sengun's the best player, that's fine. Bro, I heard people say, well, yeah, man, he the GOAT. I'm like, listen, if you think he's the GOAT, that's fine. Bro, we don't give out GOAT titles because you win a first-round series. So, like everybody said, we're changing the goalposts. So, again, that's what I'm saying. This GOAT conversation, again, I can state why I think Kobe's a better player than LeBron. I can state that. But in essence, this has really come down to, this is my favorite player. I'm going to tell you why my favorite player is my favorite player. That's fine. I just believe we should change it from the GOAT conversation to this is my favorite player. That's all I'm saying.
And then all I'm second that with is this. Kobe is the least athletic of the three guys you talked about. He's the least athletic. He doesn't have the greatest physical traits. He's not an elite jumper. He doesn't have great speed like Mike and LeBron. He's not physically imposing. He got to his spots because of his footwork and his ability to create. He got that. He earned that. He wasn't out jumping nobody. He wasn't doing none of that. He was Mr. Consistent. And that deserves something in this argument.
You just mentioned, you just described Larry Bird.
Exactly. No, that's a point.
He did. He really did. All right, y'all, listen to this. Tell me what y'all think about my top 10. Okay. I got Jordan number 1. I got Kareem 2. I got Wilt 3. I got Magic 4 and Bird 5. They're interchangeable. So I actually got them together, but you know, when they talk, they say Bird and Magic, Magic and Bird. So 6, I got Shaq.
Oh yeah, we
7,
didn't mention Shaq.
I got my man Steph Curry.
Oh my
8,
God.
I got Kobe. 9, I got LeBron. And 10, I got Tim Duncan.
All right, so
what do y'all think about that?
Yeah. Listen, I'm sorry, people. I gotta go first. I'm sorry because I'm
All
sorry.
right,
This is asinine. This is absurd, and like I can't even validate this list. I love you. This is your show. I'm trying to be respectful, so I'm biting my tongue. You think Steph Curry a better player than Tim Duncan?
Yes.
Because in what way? What did Steph Curry do better than Tim Duncan other than score?
He shoot 3-pointers from the across the court.
I'm gonna look at everybody on this panel, and I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Let me see y'all faces. Out of everybody I named, who in the hell gets guarded like Steph Curry?
Bro, that's great. We got you, yo. Steph Curry can score the basketball.
No, I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that.
Bro,
Who gets guarded like that?
That's great that he can be guarded the way that he can be guarded. That's great. I got that. I'm asking you.
And to still put up what he put up and to still have 4 championships being guarded like that.
Tim Duncan got 5, but I got you.
That's good. Is Tim Duncan getting triple team? Is Tim Duncan getting held and grabbed every damn play every time he went down court?
I don't know.
No, he wasn't. No.
Tim Duncan wasn't
Larry
being
Bird
grabbed.
was getting grabbed.
Tim Duncan wasn't being grabbed and held in 90.
If there's a clip of a player he didn't realize that he was following Steph Curry to the locker room. He was guarding him that close. Have y'all seen that?
So
Steph was playing with him. He started running to the locker room. The player followed him. He didn't even realize he was following that dude to the locker room. Nobody gets guarded like that.
So Steph better than Tim Duncan. He better than Kobe, and he better than LeBron. Okay, cool.
And they all had more help than Steph, haven't they?
Oh my Lord! Oh my Lord!
Steph Curry won a championship with Harrison Barnes. He won a championship with Andrew Wiggins. Okay? Huh? Kobe, Pau Gasol. Throw out Shaq. Pau Gasol was great, wasn't he? Who? Huh? Right? Am I lying? Am I making this up?
Pau Gasol was great. So Pau Gasol a better player than Clay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Dang. What? Yes, he's a better player than Klay Thompson. Hell yeah. What has Klay done since he left? What has your boy Kevin Durant done since he left?
Hey yo,
kind of quiet.
Hey, you know what Pau Gasol was doing in Memphis?
You know what? Josh was right.
Now, Lee, you asked who was Steph.
Hold on. So hold on, Terry. Go ahead, Dad. Go ahead. Say it again.
Josh was right. Everybody's favorite player is their GOAT.
Yeah, D Brown's the GOAT.
I never said Steph Curry was the GOAT. I never said he was the GOAT.
He's in the GOAT.
You have him ranked ahead of Tim Duncan. Listen, I'm not. I don't even want to talk about LeBron. I'll let Terry do that. Terry, I'm gonna let you do that, Uncle Terry. I'm gonna let you. I let him rep on LeBron. You have him ranked
I
over
mean-
Kobe Bryant, and you have him ranked over Tim Duncan. And your reasoning for having him ranked over these guys is, well, yeah, man, you ain't never seen nobody get stuck the way Steph Curry been stuck. And I'm like, okay, bro,
Right.
I understand that he can score. I totally understand that. I get that. But I'm saying basketball is just not all about scoring. So I'm saying, like, what other things does Steph Curry do better than Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan other than score and shoot the ball? Nothing. He does nothing better than them. Like, Steph Curry, let me say it like this. I've seen teams pick on Steph Curry. I don't see teams pick on Tim Duncan. I don't see teams pick on Kobe Bryant. I haven't seen that. Now, obviously, with Tim Duncan in his older years, yeah, you want to pick and roll so you get LeBron on him. Or, yeah, I get that. So, yeah, if you want to say he got picked on that way, fine. But Steph Curry been getting picked on since he came in the league. Now, listen, I know that I know the Warriors lost the 2016 championship because Draymond got suspended. He went crazy. I get all that. You do know, right? LeBron was LeBron. Kyrie was everything. I'm gonna use this analogy. Everything Steph Curry, Kyrie could do it and can do maybe a little thing. We maybe do one or two things better. I'm not saying Kyrie better than Steph, but I'm just saying he matched him in the finals. So it's not like I seen somebody not live up and do what Kyrie can do. Again, Tim Duncan and Kobe are better overall players because of what they do on both ends of the floor, not just because of what I seen. Hey man, you got to stick that man to the locker room. Like what that has nothing to do with basketball. That's just like, I like you, so yeah, okay, you're better than these two. Listen, that's all you gotta do. Ask your panel this. Ask them who they rather have, Tim Duncan or Steph Curry.
You ask them.
Okay, hey fellas, who would y'all rather have, Tim Duncan or Steph Curry?
If I need a shot from anywhere on the court, I'd take Curry, but Tim Duncan for the whole game.
Yeah, man, y'all know Tim Duncan. I mean, and then it's about what you're gonna do on the defensive side too. Steph defensively is definitely, he's wanting. I put it that way. Steph is not the greatest defender.
So that's all I'm saying. So we got
Okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm looking at what Steph has played with, what he has won with, and I'm looking at what the other players have played with and won with. All the other players on this list have played with more and better players than Steph Curry. And I don't want to hear he played with Kevin Durant. What has Kevin Durant done since he left Steph Curry? Not a damn thing.
What does that have? That doesn't diminish Kevin Durant's greatness. Yes, he should have stayed with Steph Curry. I get that. But I'm saying, like, you making it seem like, well, yeah.
It enhances Steph Curry's greatness. That's what it does.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You right.
The man ain't. What has Kevin Durant done since he left?
You said, hold on, Lee. I went out for a minute, Lee. You said you don't want to hear what now?
I said all the players that I listed have played with better talent and more Hall of Famers than Steph Curry has. Okay, Steph Curry is everybody wants to say what's LeBron doing at 44. What player did what Steph is doing at 38? Steph is the best player on his team at age 38. Think about that.
But Steph ain't been doing it longer than who came. Hey, Lee. What player? LeBron came in the league in 2003. This man has been doing it for over 2 decades. What you talking about? That's not taken away from Steph, but what he's doing is not what LeBron is doing.
Has for the last 5 years, let's see, 5 or 6 years, has Steph had Anthony Davis or Luka? No. He's been the best player on that team every year.
When you won 2 of your championships, you had KD on that squad. Who was
LeBron had 2 of his. He had Dwayne Wade. What are you talking about? And Chris Paul. And Anthony Davis.
Bruh. So when LeBron got Dwayne Wade, I'm going to say it again. You can say what you want. When he went to Miami, that was the score against Boston. Boston squad.
Wade said that they joined up because of the Lakers winning the championship.
LeBron James went and joined Miami. The year before, Dwayne Wade was the leading scorer in the NBA, man. Everybody wanted to diminish how good Dwayne Wade was.
Somebody brought that up, and I'm talking about the words out of LeBron's mouth.
Chris Bosh is 20. Chris Bosh was 22 and 12.
Chris Bosh is what?
Look at Chris Bosh's numbers in Toronto. Look at Kevin Love's numbers in Minnesota.
Look at
LeBron has always had more help than anybody.
Okay, look at Garnett and look at Garnett's number. Even Ray Allen, who was in later years, was averaging 26, 4, and 4 when he came to Boston. KD was coming off. He was a 3-time league rebounding champion when he came to Boston. And you know what Paul Pierce was doing. And Rondo, to a certain, that Boston squad was loaded.
Yeah, that's why your boy ran away. That's why he ran away from Cleveland. My man Steph stayed.
What you mean?
Ran away. He ran away.
This is one of the things that
KD left.
This is one of the things where I say when people talk about mentality in these debates, when people come about mentality. So let me get this straight. Now, and not to jump on Kobe. So Kobe is one who called a news conference and said, "I'm done," and I went out. But he couldn't leave. But LeBron honors his contract and leave. So which one is deemed worse? Trying to push one.
You're the one that's giving the reason why he left. Because he couldn't beat Boston, right? Ain't that's why he left?
Can I answer the Kobe part, Uncle Terry?
Yeah, I had to mute him because there's so much background noise. Go ahead, Josh.
All right, so Terry, for me with the Kobe thing, I actually think they're not really comparable, but I see what you're doing with the comparison, and I respect it. I get it because, like, I'm just gonna be honest about it. I said the same thing about Kevin Durant. I'm never gonna be mad at a player for honoring their contract. If you sign for a 5-year deal when your contract up, you have the right to be a free agent. So I can't be mad at that on the team that you decide to go to. Now, was I happy Durant went there? No. I mean, it was coming down to the Warriors, the Spurs, and the Celtics. So obviously, I would rather them play with the Spurs than if anybody. So I get that. But you honor your contract. So I get that. Now, the Kobe situation, for me, yeah, it wasn't that he couldn't be traded. They weren't going to trade him. So Kobe wanted more help, and he bitched enough, pardon my language, for them to trade for Pau Gasol to get him enough help. And that was all he needed. He took the rest of them and won back-to-back championships. So, and with the 3 finals, with the 3 straight finals. Hold on. I think the Lakers went to 4 straight finals.
3.
Yeah, 3. They lost to the Celtics, beat the Magic, Celtics. They lost to the Dallas team. Yeah, so they went to 3 straight finals. So, yeah, I kind of get that. But I feel like the comparison is somewhat comparable, but it's different because Kobe wanted help and he was locked in. LeBron played out his contract. And let me say this. People will not agree with this about the Cleveland teams. I disagree that LeBron was the best player. And yeah, they could have added another type of player in Cleveland. But if you talk about the first time, they did everything they could. They went out and got Ben Wallace. They went out and traded for Larry Hughes. They went out and got Shaq. They tried to get Antoine. No, they went out and got Antoine Jameson. They tried to trade for Michael Redd. Michael Redd didn't want to come to Cleveland. They tried to trade for Chris Bosh. He didn't want to come. So the only thing about LeBron, and the one thing I push back at what LeBron fans is that it's this narrative in the media that Cleveland didn't try the first time. Yeah, they tried. They just couldn't strike. They didn't have the same success that, not to be funny. Miami and Cleveland did the same thing. It's just that Miami is more appealing to go to than Cleveland. Because think about it. When he went to Miami, they got Shane Battier for nothing. They got Ray Allen. They got Mike Miller. They got Chris Birdman. They got them guys for nothing. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't do that in Cleveland. So that wasn't that they weren't trying. Sometimes, y'all know this, it's all about location, and location. So
I had to jump in real quick. My bat signal went off because I believe Josh said that Bill Russell would get cooked by today's centers. That was one thing that you said, Josh. To ever think that the greatest defensive center of all time would be cooked by these bums that don't play no defense. Let's never do that again. Hold on. That's one.
Okay.
Number 2, to ever say that Kobe was more athletic and better than Michael Jordan, when Kobe himself said, if you go back to the last dance, because we did a 6-part series.
Yeah, I never said Kobe
right
was
here.
athletic or better than Michael, though.
You said he was more skilled.
I say he was
more skilled.
He is
More
more
skilled.
skilled than
But
Michael.
hold on. To say that, and we did a 6-part series called Madhouse Monday right here on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network during the
Oh yeah.
pandemic when they showed the last dance, and Kobe said, "Whatever you get from me, you got from him." So whatever Kobe did, you got from MJ. Now was Kobe skilled? Yes. Was he more skilled than Michael? No. To anybody that thinks that LeBron James, who wants to run it, oh, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT. You don't have, if you're the GOAT, you don't have to call yourself the GOAT. You want to know something? I'm called the GOAT. You know who called me the GOAT? Everybody else. Every job I've ever had, they say, oh man, he's the greatest of all time. I don't call myself that. I call myself a little something different, but I don't call myself the GOAT. When your peers anoint you, when your peers, those that stand shoulder to shoulder with you, when they anoint you as the greatest of all time, you're the greatest. But then when you have the players that come before you, anoint you as the greatest of all time. And I will not allow on these airwaves, I will not allow any Bill Russell slander that ever cross, because he was the MVP in 1962, which was the greatest MVP race of all time. And he beat out a Wilt Chamberlain who averaged 50 and 25 that year. So, Elgin Baylor had averaged 30 and 15. Oscar Robertson had the triple double. We talk about these things ad nauseum, but the disrespect will not be tolerated.
So,
Never disrespect no Bill Russell, because Bill Russell can cook any of these guys.
okay, one, you said I'm gonna touch Bill Russell secondly. One,
And he had the greatest coach behind him too.
Exactly.
Russell had the greatest coach behind him. When Russell blocked his shot, it didn't go in the audience. It stayed on the court so you could get the rebound.
And you start the break, and that's what started the break to get you points. Because who finished the break most of the time when he blocked the shot? He did.
Bill Russell is a great player. I'm gonna touch to him in a second. One, I just want to clarify a misconstrued that you said. Never said that Kobe was better than Michael. I said Kobe is more skilled than Michael, and I stand by that. Kobe is a better shooter than Michael. Who's a better long range shooter than Michael. Who has a better handle than Michael. You feel me? Now, if you want to say Michael's a better defender, that's totally fine. I give you that. I think Kobe Bryant is a better shot maker than Michael. That's just me. Maybe y'all think other. That's fine. But I think Kobe, to me, is more skilled than Mike. I don't really think that's really a topic. You feel me? But okay, fine. You want to have it? We can have it. This is my thing. So just because you learn from somebody, that doesn't mean that you're better. You're right. So Tom Brady learned from Joe Montana. Yep, he can't be better than Joe Montana because he learned something. That's absurd.
Tom Brady ain't better than Joe Montana. That's
that.
Yes, he is.
He wasn't better than Joe Montana.
Yes.
We can do that. We can do that in August.
Yes. Everybody knows that. But my point is that's fine. Y'all like old school football where you tear a man head off just to see how tough he is. That's fine. I just like people to win the game. I seen Tom Brady come back from 28-3. I never seen Joe Montana do that. Never seen that happen. Show me a clip of him doing that. So
he was never down though. So there's that.
Never down.
Yeah. Because he played with Jerry Rice and 11 Hall of Famers on defense. Tom Brady, you playing with scraps. The man playing with. You're right. Let's compare. Even though I know we're gonna get back to the basketball thing, but yeah, like Joe Montana played with Jerry Rice, John Taylor, and Roger Craig. Tom Brady played with Deion Lewis, James White, Julian Edelman, Chris Hogan, and Gronk. Yeah, man. Woo, that's
it sound like player Steph Curry played with.
You're right. Cool. Now
bring it back full circle.
Now, KG, I'm not disrespecting Bill Russell. I think Bill Russell is arguably one of the best defensive centers ever. You're going to say he's the best defensive center? I think probably in the next year and a half, I think you'll probably change the tune to that. But okay, fine. I'll give you that. He's the best defensive center now. Okay, fine. For right now, he will be. Listen, I just think in today's NBA, I think that guys could score on Bill Russell. Doesn't mean Bill Russell couldn't score on them, but I think guys could score on Bill Russell. And I think he would have a hard time dealing with today's athleticism and some of the big men's skill that weren't skilled back then. It was just Wilt and Bill Russell. You had George Mikan. You had a couple guys, but think about it. Think about it like this. I'm gonna just say this. Karl Anthony Towns is a big man that we crucify at times. Karl Anthony Towns probably be a top 5 big man in the 60s. He would be under behind Kareem, probably Wilt, probably Mikan, probably Karl Anthony Towns, probably the 4th best center. So, like, you feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, I respect Bill Russell, but I think some centers, not even just in this era. You don't think Hakeem could score on Bill Russell? You don't think Shaq could? You don't think Patrick Ewing could? Like, come on, man.
Not if he came to the hole. He stays outside, probably.
Oh,
Joker can score from the 3-point line, but can he go?
So we're gonna act like dog shades. We're gonna act like dog shades and Bob Pettit. Right now, we acting like that. And Russell the only two centers. So dog shades, Bob Pettit, Nate Thurman. These guys were lost product.
George Mikan.
15 centers that were dominant.
So you think all 15 centers will be dominant in today's era?
I ain't saying all 15 would be dominant in today's era, but don't act like the era was only two centers.
No, okay, but I'm saying they were the two best centers. The rest of them guys were good players. It's just like this. Like when you look at the centers now, I'm taking Wemby out. You look at Jokic, you look at Jokic, you look at Embiid, you probably look at everybody else. That doesn't mean Bam Adebayo not good. That don't mean that what's the guy, Karl Anthony Towns or whoever center you want to mention. That don't mean they're not good. You just know who the best two players are.
Bam Adebayo, average at best. Karl Anthony Towns, he's called cat, but he played like a little kitten. Come on now. Let's sitting here, we having a discussion about centers. What my man saying? Gangs New York, we playing wits, man. Bet like a man. We're talking about men here. You're talking about cats. Ed Macaulay is better than daggone Bam Adebayo.
Please don't mention that name ever again. Bam Adebayo. Never again. Please, nobody mention his name.
I'm sorry, my bad. But I'm just saying, I just think that I think the centers back in the day would give players trouble today, and I think the players today would give the centers in the trouble back in the day. I just believe.
I agree with that.
This way. Kevin McHale would give every big man in the league that's a starter off the bench, he would give every big man buckets. Because he is the man with 1,000 moves on the block, and they wouldn't know what to do because they don't know how to play on the block. He would kill him right now. So
let me say this: the same way you think of Kevin McHale, Nikola Jokic could do that too. Nikola Jokic is better Kevin McHale on the block.
When? Talking about?
I love the Joker, but he would get killed in the 70s and the 80s because they had athletic centers in the 70s and 80s. Okay. That little slow shit he doing, nah. Against the King, Kareem, Moses, they would beat him physically up.
Now, come on. Now, Lee, now, if Bill Lane Beer can do it, you know good way Joker can do it. Come on now.
I love Bill Lane Beer, and Bill Lane Beer should be in the Hall of Fame. But Bill Lane Beer ain't averaging no damn 20, 25, 30. He wasn't giving you that.
Or assists or rebounds like Joker does.
Yeah. I love the Joker. But everybody I'm like Perk said, everybody was rushing to put him in the top 5. He don't play no damn defense. Okay? They would eat. Could you imagine what Shaquille O'Neal would do to the Joker?
Time out. I'm sorry. I'm trying to cut you off. I apologize. You said Jokic don't play what?
Defense.
So if you don't play y'all know where I'm going with this. Stay with me now. Y'all know where I'm going with this. So if you don't play defense, shouldn't that hinder you down the list? Bring you down the list a little bit? Huh?
He's a center. You're talking about a point guard. You're comparing a point guard to a center on defense.
Oh, point guard.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Let's go down to point guard. No. Magic Johnson was a great defender, right?
No.
Okay. Hold on. Isaiah Thomas was a great defender, right?
He a better defender than Steph Curry.
He was a great defender, right?
Better defender than Steph Curry.
Point. Besides Gary Payton and Dennis Johnson, name me a great point guard that played good defense. You can't.
Russell Westbrook.
D Brown. Did he play good defense?
Russell Westbrook first was OKC, not what he is now. But when he was,
there you go. John Stockton.
He would play deep. Huh? John
Stockton.
Houston Stockton.
John Stockton. Another one. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Damn.
John Stockton played great defense.
Yeah, he was dirty, but he played good defense.
He was dirty because you play dirty. Don't because you play dirty don't mean you play good defense.
Wait. Did he?
What was that?
Hold on, everybody just kind of collided together.
Right, right.
KG, you lagged out for a second, KG.
You know, hold on.
KG,
I gotta give my man some love. The original, we talking shooting guards, and when we talking about Jordan and Kobe, I gotta give two guys love that nobody's mentioning. Jerry West, the logo, he gets
Absolutely.
lost in all of this. And the
Somebody mentioned
original
West earlier.
Iceman, George Gervin, to me, Terry, you said the greatest scorer ever. The greatest scorer ever is George Gervin.
He didn't play defense either.
No, George, the famous quote George Gervin gave, I scored 63 and I didn't make 1 3-pointer.
Terry sounds like he's in an airplane taking off or something. I don't know what's going on.
George Gervin was a bad boy, but he wasn't a pure scorer like KD, man.
Yeah,
He just wasn't.
he's not a pure scorer. Hey, Terry.
Did you just say George Gervin wasn't a pure scorer?
He's not like KD. He's not as
Oh,
pure
my
of a scorer.
God.
KD. I said he wasn't pure like KD. I didn't say he wasn't a pure scorer, but he wasn't a scorer like KD was. Nah, or he is, or whatever you want to say. Nah.
Man.
But with the point that you just brought out about the defense, Lee sometimes will see. That's what I'm saying when I'm talking about this criteria. And when he said, you know where I know where he was about to go with it. Because if you're gonna keep that criteria, you got to keep it up across the board.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And so keep it across the board. Now, do we associate? You're right. Do we associate point guards in defense?
Yes.
Do we do that?
Okay, let me say this. You can talk about defense. You can talk about do we associate point guards with defense. Let me say this. You can try to cover this up. You can't mask it. Steph Curry is a liability. Other point guards are not liabilities. So that's
Magic was a liability. See, as great as Magic Johnson was, he was a liability on defense because he couldn't play defense.
Okay. All right.
Isaiah Thomas, as great as he was a liability on defense.
Okay. Yeah, let me say this. Isaiah Thomas was a liability on defense. Isaiah Thomas played on the best defensive team ever.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. No. Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee. Isaiah was not a liability on defense.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Who did they put on Michael Jordan? Did they put Isaiah or did they put Joe Dumars?
Michael Jordan 6'6", Isaiah Thomas 6'1". Yeah, I'm gonna put Joe Dumars on him at 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, that makes sense. Like, come on, man. Like that has nothing to do with nothing. Like, we're gonna put listen.
How tall is Steph Curry?
Huh?
How tall is Steph Curry?
6'1", 6'2".
What did you just say about Isaiah? What 6'1" point guard? No, bring it back. What 6'1" point guard you know that plays good defense?
No, you're right. Let me say this. This man just said they put Joe Dumars on Michael Jordan. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do a more fair comparison. When the Warriors and the Cavs were playing each other, right? Why was Klay Thompson sitting Kyrie Irving? Why couldn't Steph do that?
Because Klay Thompson's a better defensive player.
Okay, I said the same thing about Joe Dumars, but you wasn't going for that. So I'm gonna ask you.
They're the same side. Okay, but what 6'1" point guard is a good defensive player?
Same size. Steph and Kyrie.
What 6'1" player? What 6'1" point guard is a good defensive player?
Isaiah Thomas.
Since when?
Since
Isaiah Thomas was not a good defensive player.
Isaiah Thomas played on the best defensive team in NBA history. He had something to do.
And he wasn't part of it, okay?
Okay. So they were the bad boys in
That was
spite of Isaiah
5-4,
Thomas.
Joe.
Okay, good. I didn't know that.
Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman,
Bill Laimbeer.
John Sally,
Bill Laimbeer.
John Edwards. Those were the defensive players, okay?
Okay.
Don't link Isaiah with them.
Yeah, don't link him with them. Yeah, because he's a
No, he
liability.
wasn't a good defensive player.
He's a liability. So let me ask you this: so who was cooking Isaiah back in the day?
Magic.
Magic Johnson, 6'9". Go ahead. I'll go. Go ahead.
You make that. You're making my point. What 6'1" point guard was a good defensive player?
No. You don't.
Nobody could watch Magic at 6'1".
You don't understand. You're making my point. If you have a mismatch, you're supposed to take advantage of that. Steph Curry and Kyrie are not a mismatch. They are evenly sized individuals. I'm saying the Warriors, when they started the series, they put Klay on Kyrie. Why? Because they know if you put Steph on Kyrie, that's going to tie his ass out on the offensive side because he's not really a defensive player. Steph Curry is an amazing.
Okay. Ask Harry, who did Larry Bird guard when they played Philadelphia? Did he guard Dr. J or did he guard Bobby Jones? Or did he guard Mark Alvarone? Your best players, yeah. Who is LeBron going to guard?
They would put McHale on their best defense. They would put Larry Bird.
Yeah, that was just saying. But you can't find me one 6'1" point guard who's a great defensive player.
Kyrie wasn't the Cavaliers' best. See, again, you're going to dance over this. That's fine. Kyrie wasn't the Cavaliers' best player. When you play basketball, you match people up usually with height. Like, okay, I got a 6'9" guy, so I want a 6'9" guy sticking him, or a 6'10" guy, or a 6'11" guy. I'm saying when the Warriors played the Cavs, yeah, like Klay was sticking Kyrie. Why? Because that's not Steph's strength. Steph Curry is a great player. You can talk about 6'1" height, all this, all that. All I'm saying is that you mentioned defense. You mentioned defense on every other player. But when it comes to Steph Curry, well, we're just going to put that to the side because
he's a liability. I've never said Steph was a great defensive player, although he did lead the league in steals one year.
All right, Leroy. All right,
yes.
if you believe it or not, it's been 2 hours, so we got.
I can't believe it, man.
They go a little long, so what I
we
want to do
might
real
have
quick.
to have a part 2.
Well, that's fine. But what I want to do real quick before we get out of here, we got like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna go to everybody's muted except for us. I'm gonna go to each one real quick. Just give your final thoughts on the GOAT. All right, go ahead, Harry. Final thoughts.
There was a coach that said if he wanted to win a game, he'd pick Michael Jordan. If he wanted to stay alive to make a shot, he'd pick Larry Bird.
All right, so that's it. That's his final thoughts on the GOAT. Thank you for coming on. We'll have you on another time. Maybe not. We'll see. I'll let you know.
See you.
All
right, Terry. Final thoughts on the GOAT.
Pass me because I'm ordering food, man.
All right. Well, he thinks it's LeBron.
Yeah. What a shocker! A LeBron fan passes.
All right, Josh. Final thoughts on the GOAT.
Man, you guys put a great episode together. I watched from start to finish. Great episode. Glad to be a part of it. Again, I gave you my list of 8 players. So let's just change the GOAT from the GOAT to my favorite player. That's all.
No.
All right,
Josh.
Michael Jordan has never been my favorite player. So,
all right, Josh. We'll have you on again. We'll probably have you on. I think we're gonna have Matty Ice on next week. We got to catch up on hockey, and we'll probably have you on either that week or the next week. We got to catch up on the NBA playoffs and all that.
Yes, sir, man. You guys put on a good show, man. I'll see you soon.
All right. Hold on, real quick. Final thoughts, real quick.
For me, Terry?
Yeah.
30 seconds, Terry.
Final thought, man. Like I said, I just like these GOAT debates that hold the same criteria. I don't like when people flip-flop, and that's when I got to call them out on it. That's it.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
I'm going to hit you up, all right?
All right, Leroy, take us home.
Just like we thought it was going to be, and we still ran out of time. We still didn't have enough time. I want to thank everybody who came in, been a part of, everybody that commented on. Thank y'all. We knew this was going to be a big topic. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some more GOAT debates in football, quarterbacks, coaches, all of that. So, by the way, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But this is my GOAT, Julius Dr. J. Irvin, all right? And then you know what I got second to Steph Curry? D. Brown, shout out to D. Brown. The old school know what this is. But we got to go. We leave you like we always leave you, whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it. It's the best thing going. For Flying Brian, I'm your favorite Unc on the Sideline Junkie Podcast Network. You just watch Unapologetic Sports. We will be back next week.